The best horror movies of the new millennium provided an array of inspired terror, torture, and gore. First up, the poor suckers in The Cabin in the Woods have no clue they're being monitored by whoever these guys are.
The lambs have come to the killing floor.
They want to see us punished.
Oh, that is not what these sexy college kids signed up for when they hopped in that weird RV and decided to get off the grid.
That's the whole point. Get off the grid, right?
Forget it. They saw this guy and forged ahead.
Get this party started!
I don't want to throw around terms like deserve to die, but
We should split up.
Yeah, good idea.
Really?
you know whose road trip totally doesn't look like the first reel of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? The lovely ladies in High Tension. Just enjoying the French countryside with, what was that? Oh sure, okay, yeah, that's all very scary, but I'll tell you that bear, don't show him again.
Hello, madam. Dr. Gordon.
Now this is better. You can't have a list of the best horror flicks of the new millennium without Saw and its approximately 37 sequels. How much blood would I shed to stay alive? I don't know, less than half a pint.
He doesn't want us to cut through our chains. He wants us to cut through our feet.
Thankfully, Murtaugh's on the case. If you prefer your horror movie characters to be torn apart by blind cave monsters instead of their fellow man, first, you have a very narrow taste in horror movies. But second, check out The Descent. Again with the country guys, does anything good happen there? And spelunking in the middle of nowhere? Whose idea of a fun weekend getaway is that? The cast of Deliverance?
There's only one way out of this chamber, and that's down the pipe.
Yeah, that's not a sentence anyone should ever say. It's a total jinx. From stuck in a cave to stuck in a mall, the heroes of Dawn of the Dead escape the zombie apocalypse
Officials have declared a state of emergency.
only to find themselves surrounded by Lady Footlockers and Claire's Boutique. I promised myself that I wasn't gonna make a Black Friday joke, but those zombies look like they're hungry for deals. And human flesh.
You like to make people laugh, Boyd?
Of course, there's nothing more bloodthirsty than a geek who's been so badly bullied that he turns into some guy who kills people. And with Rocky Horror and Spin City's Barry Bostwick on the case,
This thing has no head, honey.
I know, sir.
Most bodies have head.
crime and punishment take on truly twisted dimensions.
Where's this thing's head?
Not sure yet, sir.
Oh, we should find this head.
Throw in wacky Karen Black
Get your ass home.
A little busy right now, huh?
and kooky Lucy Davis from the Ricky Gervais Office,
Hey, Toots. Why don't you stop by the surplus store sometime? Clearly you're into damaged goods.
and you've got an insane genre mashup that puts the charm in splatter.
Found the head, sir. Bring it on over.
Hey look, Dawn from The Office is in Shaun of the Dead too. Oh, Shaun of the, like the other movie. You know what's scary? How adorable Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are. This has got to be the best British zombie movie of the decade. Oh, hey, 28 days later, I didn't see you standing there. No, you're great too, really. You're just different than Shaun. It's a totally different vibe. He's got a funny sidekick. But you have a terrifying rage virus and gritty digital realism. That's something. Speaking of video, I can't wait until they remake The Ring for the Blu-ray generation.
7 days.
If you're gonna die 7 days after watching something, you really want the best picture quality possible. Can you imagine how that well would just pop? Think of all that drizzle and despair in glorious HD. What's that? You love drizzle and despair? How about snow and despair? Sweden's Let the Right One In is the heartwarming story of a lonely boy who makes a new friend who turns out to be a centuries-old vampire. So actually more of a heart-draining story. You get it? Because she drinks all their blood. Because she's a vampire. But remember, even if you're friends with a vampire, it can never hurt to practice your stabbing at least 15 minutes a day. It's just good cardio, and you never know when you're gonna need the skill. Even if you were able to hold on to your house during the economic downturn, Paranormal Activity proves that home ownership comes with its own set of problems. Without a landlord, you have to deal with pests like really aggressive bed bugs?
Looks like something bit you.
Nope, not a bed bug. Handsy poltergeists are not something you want attached to your equity. Being harassed by both demons and a wannabe filmmaker spouse is the worst.
Stop following me with the camera!
But at least she knew she was being watched. Finally, Drag Me to Hell, which is really relevant to the Great Recession because of its thoughtful treatment of the lending crisis.
We have an elderly woman asking for an extension on her mortgage payment. We would have to throw her out of her house.
Where will I live?
Poor demon gypsy crone. She thought that she was doing everything right. She made pacts with Lucifer, she worked hard to learn a trade, only to find out that those superhuman powers she worked to perfect are useless for paying the mortgage, or really anything other than eternally damning relatively powerless bank employees. It's like the American dream is a total sham. That's all for this week. I'm Grae Drake for Cinefix. Click subscribe and come back next week for more of the best list.